Second down coming up. They'll give it to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Cantrell. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
You know, athletic tight ends today are such a premium in college football. Not only can these guys block, but you see this tight end and his ability in the open field, the wiggle that he has to make people miss. Don't see that too often.
And the Hilltoppers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll test the right side. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The play action fake. Got a man. It's Cantrell. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now on the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he added the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad, like it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater. You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. On the move at the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Panthers are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Gonna run it. It's Scott. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Hilltoppers will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. FIU pushing tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
He'll try to field the punt to see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll go back to work. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Wants to fire on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. And the ball's on the ground. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Well, the bad news on that play is they did not get the first down. The good news, though, luckily, the fumble went out of bounds, so they maintained possession, because that could have been disastrous for the offense.
Punt is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Dropping back, it's Baker. Gets it to the back. There he goes! And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Panthers are facing third and inches. Finds a little space. Turning on the Jets. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Third down and inches, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical and they're going to run the football, but they still execute at a good level. Not only picking up the first down, chewing up more yardage to make this drive even easier.
Pocket breaking down. Can't get him to the ground.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Goodness, great. That is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They believe they can run right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. He's got it. At the 35, he's got room. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This is coach.
It's a seam wide open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Randolph. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Powers through. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Hilltoppers are in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hilltoppers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Baker. Extending the play. He's going to take off. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint, but does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Zings it complete to the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Lost a throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The sweet feet buy a little time. Rolling right and going deep. Snags it inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And the Panthers headed quickly to the line. They'll go right back to the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Under fire. And it's incomplete on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, and he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1. On first and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Looking to pass, it's Baker. Back's going for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 8 over the Rebels. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. A little release to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
And the Hilltoppers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. FIU pushing tempo.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Rushes on him, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now improvising. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over. And right now,
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Scott. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. This drive from the 30-yard line. To the air, it's Baker. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. In the final period with a 3rd down play. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Man, what a scramble by the quarterback. 4th quarter, need a play, 4th down. He makes it happen. This home crowd is going nuts. We got a great one on our hands.
Off play action on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Baker. On target over the middle. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, FIU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Scott. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit of time.
Quick release by the QB. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Makes the catch. It's Randolph. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fires downfield. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Randolph. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
There he goes. Touchdown, WKU. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. And you can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Marshall looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week playing golf instead of in the film room. They're trailing by 17 to Ohio. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
And the Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unleashes one. Complete downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Makes the catch. What a cut. Now he's loose. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Snags it. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Baker. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He wants to throw it again. Gets it to him on the screen. They will score! Touchdown, Panthers!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Good execution by this offense. Now we need to rush, but not be in a hurry. Still got some time left. Got to move the football a long way down the field.
Using the quick game. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Caught in the backfield, it's Green. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Here's a hit. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped just inches away from the first down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of a defense. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
So here comes our first play of overtime. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the knee stopped him at the 2.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Touchdown, Toppers! And they grab the lead here in overtime.
And I like the decision to go for it, and I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, fourth and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on fourth down.
28, Florida International, 21.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Back to throw, it's Baker. Makes the grab on the left. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Panthers. They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. Do you want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Hauls it in. It's a running room. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They'll run play action. Looking to scramble. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To throw, it's Baker. Scrambling away. Touchdown, Florida International. That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Florida International, 34. Western Kentucky, 28.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Firing to the right, complete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Caught over the middle. It's Cantrell. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up for it.
Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. 4th and goal for the game. 3:25. He'll set up to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. What a